I'm much more prominent in the shot than you.
That's all right. I mean,
Okay.
It is your channel, so.
Oh well. Everyone, this is Pop Culture. I'm Alex Pop. I'm here with First Lieutenant of the Marine Corps, Josiah Pop.
Kill communists.
Right. So, he has not seen... He just got back from Okinawa, so he has not seen the Obi-Wan Kenobi series yet.
But I've heard it's good. It has Ian McGregor, so it has to be good.
Ewan McGregor.
It has the man that says... What's his classic line? I'm blanking out on it.
Hello there.
Oh, hello there.
Hello there.
That's how I should have greeted you today when I saw you. Hello there.
Hello there.
Well, before we begin, I was thinking, how about a little trip to 15 years ago?
Man, I hate Mondays. They're so...
Oh my gosh.
Hey, think stupid deal. Hey, it's... I'm gonna get him this time. You. Hey, Vader. Hey, no, this.
I've completely forgotten about this thing's existence. Holy cow.
Yeah. You entered into the contest that this won, right? With that little stop-motion video you made with the battle droid?
Did I?
Yeah.
I don't remember. I love the absolutely cheap guitar sounds, too. It really finishes the perfect look.
Yeah.
Or the perfect ambiance.
Oh, always knock this down. Hey, could you tell me the time? I said.
If impatience was a person.
Oh, now you think you're funny, right? That's my emperor. I have some good news to tell you. Look at this stuff. Look at this. At least I have insurance.
Everybody just has lightsabers.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that really is a blast from the past.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
Hey, could you pass me the mics? I said, could you pass me the mics?
So now you're going to blow my head off.
Of course I am. Just. Oh, wait, that's right. I forgot you're a Marine. They just deflect right off of you. No hard feelings. Now, how about the main attraction, eh? This is where the fun begins.
Don't give up that man.
I remember Obi-Wan being in his vision or dream. Was he?
I don't remember.
I will not kill Anakin.
This is the end for you, my master.
This is a great supercut.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
Man, the whiplash of just that piece, and then suddenly just all hell breaks loose. Why am I getting goosebumps? I've heard that line so many times. And I'm the one who's seen this, too.
That's an Inquisitor shot.
Indeed.
It's the same one from that they use in Rebels, I think.
Probably. How much of Rebels have you seen?
Not very much.
I
Just
haven't
an
either.
episode here and there.
In fact, when the trailer for this dropped, and there were multiple, and seeing the Inquisitors drawing the red lightsabers, I was like, doesn't this violate the rule of two?
Yeah.
But, people
But
kept pointing out to me.
It's okay because they have their helicopter lightsabers, so it's different somehow.
Yeah. They're not the same as Sith Lords. Their Inquisitors are different.
Yeah. Oh man, it looks so old.
Yeah. His arc in the show is basically Luke and the Last Jedi done right.
They're just leaving the meat out overnight. I feel like that is a violation of several different types of health codes.
I'll give you 50.
Yes, that's
that's the toy.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, that's the toy that Luke has. And,
Yeah, the one that he's still playing with at age 20.
Yeah.
They got a good casting choice for Luke. He's not in this much, but still.
They didn't stick with Mark Hamill?
Well, I mean, they did get a guy from YouTube who specializes in de-aging. Right after Mandalorian,
Yeah, Mandalorian.
he did an improved version of Luke. in
Yeah,
that
I
show.
saw that. It really did look better.
Yeah, and immediately Lucasfilm was like, "You're hired."
Oh, they actually hired him?
Yeah, I think he did the that episode of Book of Boba Fett.
Oh.
Yeah, with Luke and Ahsoka.
Yeah, where they meet up on that separate planet with Grogu.
Yeah. And it's an episode that has nothing to do with Boba
Yeah.
Fett, but
Yeah, I watched the Book of Boba Fett. There's a couple episodes where it's like I've completely forgotten that this is about Boba Fett.
yeah. And that one with the weird, brightly colored motorcycles, I completely forgot it was Star Wars. First time seeing Alderaan.
Well, in One Piece.
Yeah. There was not any word that she was going to be in this.
I'm
Before it
assuming
came
this
out.
is Leia. This is young Leia.
The girl that got to play her is awesome.
What an awesome role to be in as a kid.
Yeah.
Alderaan looks like it's basically just Washington State. I love how Leia gets to be a princess and Luke gets to live on a dirt farm.
I do find it kind of funny that we now have a Star Wars character named Lola. You know the song Yoda by Weird
yeah,
Al?
that's right.
Parody of
It's a
the song
parody of
Lola.
yeah.
When the time comes, he must be trained.
Like you trained his father?
Anakin is dead.
And I won't let you make the same mistake twice.
You know, it never did occur to me up until that point that Obi-Wan didn't know right away that Anakin lived.
They can't catch her? He can't walk over a tree? They can't grab her?
Took long enough.
That was a very silly chase scene.
Yeah, the Empire spared no expense, didn't they? First they got stormtroopers, now they got bounty hunters who can barely keep up with a 10-year-old.
A stormtrooper that can't shoot, and a bounty hunter that can't hunt.
She needs you, Obi-Wan. We can't trust anyone else.
What about the Senate?
He's her only hope.
Cannot let this become public. It would
Indeed.
draw too much attention.
That's pretty good stuff. That's good content. But Dave Filoni wasn't the director of this, right?
No, the director is Deborah Chow, who directed 2 of the best episodes of The Mandalorian.
Oh, okay. Good.
Yeah.
Dave Filoni must have had a hand in this, though.
Yes, I believe so, yeah.
Everything Dave Filoni has the Midas touch.
Yeah. So parts 1 and 2 were actually released at the same time. Yeah. The end of part 2, they really know how to leave you wanting more.
Okay.
Part 2 ends with probably one of the best cuts between 2 scenes ever. Space Tokyo.
Actually, yeah, this kind of does look a little bit like Tokyo. Except much darker and drearier and worse.
Spare any credits.
Help eventually get a warm meal.
Oh my gosh.
Now that is
Oh
powerful.
wow. Wow, that's like that's a really good touch.
Yeah. It's actually even stronger with the final season of the Clone Wars in the picture when we know that the clones were under the influence of those brain chips.
Inhibitor
Yeah.
chips, yeah.
They are to be given safe passage to Corellia.
They'll be given safe passage to Corellia.
I'm not leaving your mind.
The force is so strong with you.
Just that there's a lot of remotes and magnets.
I know how this looks.
Yes, it looks like he just took money from that family.
So uncivilized.
Yeah, I was wondering, and that guy was like, this guy is either this guy was a Jedi and has completely lost his mind, or this guy's full of crap.
You're not a Jedi anymore, Kenobi. You're bleeding all over my floor.
Well, everybody bleeds.
Oh my gosh, if that's spice, they're going to be absolutely off their rocker. They're going to be so high.
Your father sent me. I'm here to help you.
Where's the army?
I'm gonna cut you off.
Yeah, good call. Hey, it's the Allen Raptor from JP3.
If anyone asks, we're farmers from Tall, and you're my daughter.
Granddaughter, maybe.
How old are you?
10.
You don't sound like you're 10.
You sound like you're 5.
Actually, she looks like she's 5.
Yeah, no kidding.
No noise from that.
Her name's Lola, and she won't make any. She's hurt.
Good.
Cold.
Based.
Don't let go, Leia. Hold on tight.
Bro, just lift her up real quick.
Was your friend a Jedi too?
No, she was a leader. She died a long time ago.
I'm sorry.
I think normally they'd have R2 for that.
You didn't know. He's alive, Obi-Wan. Anakin Skywalker is alive. He's been looking for you for a long time.
Watch and learn.
You think I'd let you take all the credit?
The Grand Inquisitor can die?
Well, yeah, he can.
Well,
He's
yeah.
got 2 stomachs.
Who's in the gutter?
That species does.
Oh, interesting.
Reba should have gone for the head. Can't imagine everything going through his head.
Anakin.
No, that is well done.
Yeah.
No, that is really well done.
Yes, that was Hayden, if you're wondering.
That was Hayden?
That was Hayden.
Wow.
Yep. Part 3. Crap's about to get real.
Alright, snap back to reality. Post jet lag nap.
Iron Man from hell.
Prove yourself, and the position of Grand Inquisitor is yours.
This is James Earl Jones's last performance as Vader.
Just the voice, right?
Yeah.
Okay, wow. Wait, did he die?
No, he didn't die.
Oh,
He's
okay.
just, his voice has just, gotten really old. You might have
Oh,
noticed
got
that in Rogue One. They kind of tweaked some things a bit in here.
Can't you use the Force on it or something?
That's not how it works.
That's not how the Force works.
Ben?
Send out the probes. Do it now.
That's some John Malkovich enunciation right there.
This is where he told us to come to.
Maybe they're just late?
Maybe it was a lie.
Maybe there was no scheduled meeting time?
No. Father, aren't you going to say hello?
Hello.
There. Missed opportunity.
Patience, dear brother.
Missed opportunity.
Patience, patience, dear brother, patience.
We're looking for the nearest port. We need to get home.
Well, I'm going that way.
Oh, no.
I'm sorry.
We just need directions.
It's,
Come on, Father. We've walked long enough.
it is kind of hilarious. It is kind of good, though, that they're maintaining using puppets when they could be using CGI. Because that does have, like, part of the... Oh, crap. It does have part of, like, the classic Star Wars feeling to it.
Yeah.
It's just like designing the buildings the same way.
Just the thing in fantasy movies, when a creature like doesn't have any lips, their mouth just kind of moves straight up and down, and yet they're still able to pronounce consonants. That just kills me.
They have special enunciating organs in the back of their throat.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
I don't know. I have no idea.
They know what they're doing, Leia.
You called her Leia. I thought her name was Luma.
That was her mother's name. Sometimes when I look at Luma, I see her mother's face.
What I tell you is true, from a certain point of view.
This is us. Thanks, Breck.
This isn't us. This is a deserted rest stop.
The Jedi were taken from our families when we were very young. I remember a baby.
A baby?
Yes, I think I had a brother.
You were my brother,
I was a
Anakin.
Jedi and I got a new family, just like you.
Oh, crap.
Get down on the ground.
I promise it's not what it looks like.
They all shot each other. Only Imperial stormtroopers are so precise.
These days, the Empire hunts anyone who's force sensitive. Even children.
What happens to them?
We're not sure. No one ever sees them again.
They're harvesting midi-chlorians. Which ties into Mandalorian.
Quinlan was here.
Yeah.
And then ties into third trilogy.
Smuggling younglings.
Yeah, I didn't think of that.
I feel like this droid is going to turn into an absolute monster.
It can't be. He hates sand. Sorry to ruin the moment.
What have you become?
I am what you made me.
Vader's just toying with him.
You should have killed me when you had the chance.
In my defense, you did look pretty off the twig.
Now you will suffer, Obi-Wan. Bring him to me.
A lot of people question why Vader doesn't do more here. I think.
Why do you let him go?
I think the idea is that the fire, like blowing up in his face, really suddenly kind of threw him off guard. You know.
Yeah, but he had literally 3 seconds beforehand had just like forced all the fire like out.
Yeah.
Man, they like have done a really good job of like capturing the terror of Darth Vader in this.
Unfortunately, they couldn't make it, but I'll take you from here.
Wow. Okay. That's a good cliffhanger. Yeah. Even when Obi-Wan is screaming in the fire, that sounds a lot like Anakin in Star Wars 3. Like the screaming sounds a lot like him.
Yeah. I think James Earl Jones did a great job making the inflections Hayden like, especially the line, "I am what you made me."
Yeah.
So this was the point in the show where I was like, okay, they've, Obi-Wan and Vader have now officially, met again, so how are they going to work this into the dialogue in A New Hope?
When I left you, I was but a learner.
They actually do a really good job putting that together, moving forward. That is in, like, the last 2 episodes. Part 4, pretty much everyone agrees Part 4 is the weakest episode. So, you know, let's get over it over with.
Very well. Very well.
Yeah.
He will come for me.
Oh. Obi-Wan is dead.
Who's Obi-Wan?
Guess he brought up the name to her and just, they never showed it.
Alright, I'm inside the system. Here we go.
She whispers very inconspicuously.
do like those little hints that Leia is force sensitive.
This isn't your station. Let me see some identification.
Yeah, too bad she didn't have Obi-Wan in that moment.
How did they not see that?
I don't know, turn the corner. Actually, you have no idea what they miss later, though.
This place isn't a fortress. It's a tomb.
This isn't a fortress. It's a tomb.
No way out.
Yeah,
Okay, that
was such a good shot.
Yeah, you could freeze frame this shot, the red lighting over Vivian Lyra Blair, and you could easily pass it off as a shot from the trailer for The Boogeyman.
It's him.
Is it a little strange that both the Rebel Alliance and the Empire sirens are the same?
They both use the same company. They both apply from the same company. Sure. In which, if you believe the stupidity of the second movie of the new trilogy,
Last Jedi?
Yeah, that one. Where they're like, oh, they all buy the same weapons.
Oh, yeah. See, that's what they're missing.
Worst security manager ever.
Maybe it's just a Jedi mind trick. You will all pay no attention to the humongous tumor in my hip. Okay, even the actress at Star Wars Celebration made fun of this.
I kept just saying, like, how is anyone believing that this random lump inside this guy's coat is just normal? How is this happening?
Well, I mean, if it's in the corner of their eye, they're not paying direct attention, maybe. It's still kind of silly.
Oh, hell yeah.
Right behind you.
A moment of silence for that character who got only 10 seconds of screen time.
That was a pretty good episode. I don't know why people are hating on that one. That's a good episode.
Yeah. Mostly, I think it's, well, for one thing, the thing with the coat, and for another thing, it's just kind of that it's Leia getting kidnapped and then saved again, and it's... Yeah. But man, final 2 episodes is where things really kick into high gear.
Good.
Yeah. Yeah, part 5, Reva becomes more 3-dimensional. There's a really great flashback scene that's woven into...
Oh, is that the one? Because I think I've seen clips of this and, like, photos of it. Is it where Anakin and Obi-Wan are training back on Coruscant?
Darn it! You've seen it.
I haven't seen the full scene. I just know that it exists.
And it does also have some peak Vader in it. There is, however, one thing about it that bugs me.
Oh, there you are. Are you ready? Are you?
Oh, wow. It's their Attack of the Clones.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think they could have put some de-aging on Hayden, because he's obviously 40.
Yeah, he definitely looks older.
Right after I saw you, I got into a fight with that scary Lady Inquisitor. So now I know what it feels like being a real Jedi. It's not easy.
General Grievous comes out of nowhere. Oh!
You trust me? I trust her. Get her the ladder.
Or you could just force her up.
Well, remember what Yoda said. A Jedi uses the Force for defense and knowledge. Never attack, but I guess never anything else. I think that's why
Convenience?
Yoda... Yeah. I think that's why Yoda uses the stick. He doesn't use the Force for his own personal convenience.
Okay. Yeah. Or like Anakin grabbing the pear from Padme's plate and then cutting it for her.
Oh yeah, but that's...
And only giving her one piece of it.
Yeah, but that's Anakin, so...
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, this is what bugs me.
If he's found you, if he's learned of the children, if I don't hear from you soon, I'll head to Tatooine. Owen will need help with the boy.
I get that Bale would be desperate. I don't buy that he would be so desperate that he wouldn't think to be more cautious in his wordage. I mean, like, if Vader has Obi-Wan, that could easily mean that Vader has his possessions, which in turn would... Yeah.
Unless you were there.
It doesn't matter where I was.
The night of Order 66, you were a youngling.
That's how you knew you saw him. Anakin killed the others.
Why would I ever trust you?
Because we want the same thing.
Do we, Obi-Wan? Do you really want Anakin dead?
Oh, wow.
Imagine they just all immediately stop shooting just so they can high-five each other.
It's not quite as emotional as the loss of K2SO, but...
Actually, right here, I'm kind of getting some Lando and L337 vibes.
What makes you think he won't see it coming?
Because all he'll see is me.
You're a great warrior, Anakin. But you'll need to prove yourself as your undoing. Until you overcome it, a Padawan you will still be.
So that kind of brings some new context to when I left you, I was but the learner. Alright, you ready for some peak Vader?
Hello, third sister.
Revenge does wonders for the will to live, don't you think?
Just ask Darth Maul. Yeah, nice going, Bale. Man, you were quite in a trance, weren't you?
I mean, this is a really good show. This is really well done, especially the way that they like cut up the flashback through the entire episode. Had like both of them reference it. That was peak Dave Filoni.
Actually, I haven't checked yet. Is his name in the credits?
Actually, I don't know. I just kind of assume everything good with Star Wars now is attributable to Dave Filoni. All right, so one more episode?
One more episode, and this final episode is everything.
This is the one where Darth Vader dies, right?
Yes, exactly. Well, at least Obi-Wan realizes that somebody died. Okay, maybe I put that a little too... Okay, well, let's...
Start the episode.
All right. Are you ready for this?
Yes.
Are you ready for this?
Yes, very much so.
I don't think you are.
I'm putting on my I am ready hat.
That's what... Oh, yeah. Yeah, that one. Go as nuts as you want. As nuts as you need to.
I'm not sure you can handle that level of enthusiasm.
I could use the production values.
Increase firepower.
She'll come when the suns go down. Best we get positioned now.
Gotta say, it seems like Baru really rapidly aged in between this movie and New Hope.
It would be 10 years. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, you're right, yeah.
I mean, yeah, they got the same actors from Attack of the Clones, but...
Yeah, I was going to say, because also Uncle Owen looks like the same dude from Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
So stay in here. If anything goes wrong, you know what to do. You run.
I'm not afraid.
I know.
You will be. You will be.
Have you come to destroy me, Obi-Wan?
I will do what I must.
And that is why you will always lose.
It's over, Obi-Wan.
Bro, she's coming!
Good thing they kept Luke from seeing a lightsaber.
So Vader is going to die.
What?
Anakin. Anakin's gone. I am what remains. I'm sorry, Anakin. For all of it. I am not your failure,
Obi-Wan.
You didn't kill Anakin Skywalker. I did. The same way I will destroy you. Then my friend is truly dead. Goodbye, Darth.
Man, doesn't that just bridge Revenge of the Sith and New Hope so well?
Wow, I was not expecting that. Holy cow.
Yeah.
Wow, that was... Wow. Yeah, let's just see if Luke dies. I mean, even the way that they had him speaking as Anakin, and the light was blue, and Darth Vader and the light is red.
Yeah. And the blue goes over his face almost in like a moment of sympathy for Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
But he knows he can't let Anakin win, so he kind of changes his tune. You'll notice when he says, "I did," you can just make out the smile on his face.
Yeah. Oh, and this is like a mirror of the last shot between Maul and Obi-Wan.
Yeah, it kind of is, yeah.
You haven't failed them by showing mercy. You have given them peace.
You have honored them.
Now you're free. We both are.
Perhaps your feelings for your old master have left you weakened. If your past cannot be overcome,
you'll be replaced.
Kenobi means nothing. I serve only you.
They saved all the familiar tunes for last. It's a good thing those clothes come in a larger size.
So is that... I'm assuming this is the same holster she has in Star Wars 4.
Yeah, but I imagine so. Maybe
probably
not.
Canonically.
Yeah.
Because she does have a holster, I think.
Lola!
You're more excited about the droid, why don't you?
Princess Leia Organa, you are wise, discerning, kind-hearted.
These are qualities that came from your mother.
But you're also passionate and fearless.
Forthright. And these are gifts from your father.
Both were exceptional people who bore an exceptional daughter.
Will I ever see you again?
If you ever need help from a tired old man. But we must be careful. No one must know, or it could endanger us both.
This is such a great scene to contextualize Star Wars 4.
Yeah. Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. You're my only hope.
Goodbye, Princess.
Lois got dibs on the holster.
Dan? You want to meet him?
Oh, he does kind of look like young Mark Hamill.
Hello there.
Man, the way he delivered that, it was like halfway between Ewan and Alec Guinness. One last thing, though. One last thing.
His house.
Master Qui-Gon.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Beginning to think you'd never come.
I was always here, Obi-Wan. We just were not ready to see.
Is that the canyon from pod racing?
Maybe. I don't know.
Oh, that was so good.
Yeah.
That was so well done.
Yeah.
Man. I'm so glad they didn't screw it up.
I definitely got my quibbles with Disney's vision for Star Wars. This was very good.
Yeah, this was extremely well done.
They both Ian McDiarmid and Liam Neeson claimed that they weren't in it at all.
Yeah, that was really cool getting to see Qui-Gon at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of the things I was wondering, actually, in the first episode, at a moment where I was like, wait a second, why doesn't he just talk to Qui-Gon? Because Yoda said he was going to help him, like, learn how to meditate and commune with Qui-Gon. But that's such a great cap for the end of it.
Mm-hmm.
But man, that one scene with Darth Vader and his helmet severed.
Yeah. Something...
so well done.
Yeah. Something worth noting is that Obi-Wan unmasks one half of Vader's face. In Rebels, Ahsoka unmasks the other half. You ever seen Twilight of the Apprentice, that one episode?
I've seen
where Ahsoka fights Vader.
So I've seen the battle scene between Ahsoka and Darth Vader.
Yeah. So she unmasked the opposite side. It's only when... And they both sort of reveal this conflicted side of him. Yeah. And it's only when Luke turns Vader back that he unmasks all of his face.
That is a really cool connection. That's peak Star Wars. That's
some rough edges.
This is like really making up for all the trash that was the new sequel or the new sequels.
One little thing that this does add to the sequels, if you still care at all, is that this kind of gives Leia a more personal reason to name her son Ben.
Yeah, that is true too.
And I thought it was really great how they worked her into this. I think their original plan was to make this a straight up Obi-Wan and Luke adventure, but they thought if Luke is the one that gets kidnapped, that probably would actually break canon more, because Luke says that Luke just kind of mentions Obi-Wan like he's just some guy he met once or twice.
Yeah, exactly, and that was really clear at the end there that Obi-Wan was not familiar with Luke and was not going to be familiar with Luke until way later. That was really well done.
Yeah,
it's clear they put a lot of thought, like a ton of thought into this. And meanwhile, the sequels were just like, whatever will make money, whatever is just gonna create a. I actually have no idea what they were thinking. Who was the guy? J.J. Abrams that did the first and the last of the new sequel, and then Rian Johnson did the middle one.
Yeah,
it's like J.J. Abrams had all these cool characters set out, and then Rian Johnson was just like
flips the table
cool
over
characters.
And
they are now trash. They are all dead, and they have no development. And then it sucked. And then J.J. Abrams was like, "Okay, now you've destroyed what I built. So let's try to do something with this." And then it turned into, somehow Palpatine returned.
Yeah.
Was that the same actor that they had for old Palpatine in the sequels?
Oh,
like, same dude for
all the movies,
sequels?
Except for
with
the exception of the original cut of Empire Strikes Back, with it was a combination of I think an old woman, a chimpanzee, and something else. I don't remember, but that was the design they had for the Emperor in that hologram in Empire Strikes Back, before it just went to Ian McDiarmid for all the rest of the movies, including the special edition of Empire.
Wait, what about Return of the Jedi?
It was also Ian McDiarmid, yeah.
Really?
Yeah. It was just a lot of wrinkled makeup.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow, okay then.
When Obi-Wan tells Leia at the end of this, when he says... you must be careful if you ever reach out to me again, not to make our history completely out there. What he should have added there was, don't be like your idiot foster dad and give everything away. But yeah, and that actually, one thing that I always did find a bit odd in A New Hope, when Luke frees Leia from the cell on the Death Star, he says he's there with Ben Kenobi instead of the Obi-Wan she was expecting, and she doesn't even bat an eye.
I'm here to rescue you. I've got your R2 unit. I'm here with Ben Kenobi.
Ben Kenobi? Where is he?
Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I really love
that fixes a plot hole in A New Hope, too. Because she shouldn't have recognized... Well, maybe she should have recognized, but she should have had, a little bit of, confused surprise when Luke bursts into the cell and says, I'm with Ben Kenobi. She should have been like, Ben Kenobi, you mean Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yeah.
But yeah, that context fixes it. Like a fine wine.
Yeah.
Like a fine wine.
Some people do kind of question why she's not as grieved as Luke is after Obi-Wan dies. But when you think about it, she kind of already had her fair share of grief that day. I mean, she watched her entire home planet get blown to tangerines. I think it's safe to say that not long after, some some guy she knew 10 years ago dying probably wouldn't tear her up that much after all that. I really love watching both A New Hope and Return of the Jedi with all this this new outlook now.
Yeah.
Like, to think about that the very moment that Vader was remembering when he says to Luke in Return of the Jedi,
Obi-Wan once thought as you do.
Because we never see that up until this point. Up until that moment when he opens his helmet and tries to make one last effort to bring out the light in him, and that's when he finally accepts that.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, and he accepts Anakin is dead and just calls him Darth from now on. Yeah. You do have to think.
And that also explains why Obi-Wan Kenobi also told Luke he betrayed and murdered your father. You get like the context of Anakin actually saying, "You didn't kill Anakin, I did." That's
it really is a lot easier to see where he's coming from when he says, "You'll find that many of the truths we cling to depend greatly on our own point of view."
Yeah, this was probably the best Star Wars series I've seen so far. This is very close to Rogue One. Like I think Rogue One is probably the best Star Wars movie. But
period?
Yes, period. Like I am a huge fan of Rogue One. I'm a huge fan of Rogue One.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I think this is a close second. This is really good. This is extremely good.
Yeah.
Now I just need to see Mandalorian season 2, and does Book of Boba Fett have a new season yet?
I don't think no.
Okay,
I don't think so.
Is it going to have a new season?
I'm not sure. I know there's season 4 of Mandalorian, and Andor season 2 I think is kind of in jeopardy due to the writer's strike.
Oh yeah, because artificial intelligence.
Yeah,
because real life droids are taking over people's jobs.
Yeah,
Man.
I will say the one thing about the final battle that I would have changed would be to have Vader retreat onto his shuttle, and as he's taking off, that's when Obi-Wan murmurs, "Goodbye, Darth." That would have matched up even more with the line, "When I left you, I was but the learner." Turns out, neither time was it Anakin leaving Obi-Wan, it was Obi-Wan leaving him. Oh well. And also, when the Millennium Falcon gets pulled into the Death Star, and Vader says,
"I sense something, a presence I've not felt since."
You think the writers of the series were like, "Whew, thank goodness he didn't finish."
Yeah. The two specific contexts would have boxed them in.
Yeah. But yeah, I think it really does make more sense that they would have met up again between episodes 3 and 4. Because to think that the huge shift that Obi-Wan would go to, that he would be kind of smooth talking toward Vader and just calling him Darth rather than.
Yeah, I think back when I was like maybe 13 or 14 years old, I read some of the Expanded Universe books, like particularly the Last of the Jedi series. I read a little bit of that, and it has a lot of the same flavors that this had about like the underground, the resistance, obviously the Last of the Jedi. But I think in some of the Expanded Universe material that was written prior to these shows, I think they had like an actual another matchup between Obi-Wan and Darth Vader.
Yeah, I will point out the one thing that I do find a little iffy continuity-wise now is when Luke brings up the name Obi-Wan to him.
Obi-Wan. Now that's a name I've not heard in a long time. A long time.
I mean, sure, he doesn't specify just how long.
It would have been about 10 years.
Yeah, well, the way he says it does kind of make it seem like it's been ages. 10 years, I'd say, is kind of on the borderline of pushing it.
Yeah, I don't think that's a big problem.
Yeah,
I mean,
10
years
hardly.
ago, how old were you?
I was 18.
Yeah.
What
were you doing when you were 18?
Well, I was.
What was the last time you
getting
were
ready to graduate?
What was the last time you were called Don John?
Yeah, true.
Now, that's a name that you've not heard in a long time.
Well, actually, I did actually check out the tapes of my performances. Much Ado About Nothing and Peter Pan. That reminds me, I've got a Peter Pan review to work on. I think by the time this is up, the Peter Pan and Wendy review will probably be up. Peter Pan and Wendy sucks, by the way.
I kind of figured it would.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, some rough edges, but I think this series was great.
Yeah, very, very few and far between. This is
Yeah.
This is Disney doing what it needs to do with Star Wars, which is add to the canon within the realm of what the fans have created in the wake of the real Star Wars movies, and redeem itself for the absolute trash fire that was the sequels. And this does that very well.
Yeah. All right.
Excellent say.
All right, we'll go then. Yeah. Hey, everyone, thanks for watching, and be sure in the comments to salute him for his service.
Well, they're civilians, so they unless there's military people out there, civilians don't salute because that's a little weird, but I appreciate it. It's always worth it. It's always worth it.
All right. Bye, everyone.